What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. This has been a very varied weekend in talking about content creators and Konami with free SEMO. But Team APS actually has a reveal here, and this is something I've asked for Konami for a very long time. It doesn't have to be myself, obviously. Free content, thank you, Team APS. But exclusive card reveals through Yugi-tubers, through people who love this game and support this game, is something that's been needed for a long time, and this is an amazing step forward. I hope Konami continues this relationship with the community past just like, oh, we have a content area set up at this event, we're only gonna do it at this event. I hope they reach out to Team APS with reveals in the future. I hope they reach out to other Yugi tubers SEMO in the future and work with them as well. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the cards with a nice big HD picture for you guys to read. I've blown it up pretty big on the screen here. My face doesn't matter. Let's just go through these, right? We've got Dimension Shifter. If you have no cards in your graveyard, so basically a going second card, you can just pitch it from your hand. Quick effect. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Until the end of the next turn, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead, eliminating resources from the graveyard, ensuring that like Guard Dragon Pisty is not going to get revivals. This card is freaking huge. Dimension Slash, if you guys remember, has infiltrated metagame after metagame, and this is a pretty cool card to be able to power creep that and just activate from your hand while your opponent's going first. Dark Ruler no more. I love the continued Hades lore. Negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. Neither player can activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. So those build-the-board workshops, guys, that use Red Dragon, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, that are using Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, all these crazy boards that build and rely on the monsters can't stop this. You have to stop this with something like a Solemn Judgment, a more control aspect piece. Maybe you have to like save your negate that's searched with Zephyr Nui. Like, you've got to consider when building a pendulum board what negate you're using when now, because this exists. And then the most insane reveal, Nibiru, the Primal Being. I hope that's a kaiju rolled up there, not just a spaceship meteorite. During the main phase, if your opponent normal or special summoned 5 or more monsters this turn, quick effect, you can tribute as many face-up monsters on the field as possible. And if you do, special summon this card from your hand, then special summon a Primal Being token, Rock Light, level 11, attack question, defense question, to your opponent's field. This token's attack becomes the combined original attack of the tributed monsters. You can only use the effect of Nibiru, the Primal Being, once per turn. Well, I would hope that you don't end up in a position where you have to twice. This is a quick effect and it tributes on summon. This card is insane. This card power creeps kaijus, power creeps sphere mode, and while it does give them a very big boy option, like the token that it's giving them, we've seen with stuff like kaijus that that's inconsequential. Giving your opponent a big attack monster, you're going to be able to out it. You're expending all their resources to do this. So people that I've been talking to already said control formats are back with these cards. Well, Dark Ruler no more still gets negated by Imperial Order, Solemn Judgment, but those are control-based cards that we're talking about here. We laugh so hard at these like original descriptions, right, by Konami. Whenever they said we got 3 really powerful cards in the Megatins, we're like, remember Sea Monster Theseus? There's no way they're gonna... Yeah, they did it. This is freaking insane for the Megatin. So these are guaranteed promos first off. Let me go ahead and go to the Megatin description page and then go back to these. Megatins just became a whole lot more lucrative in the first place. Promos in the past have shot prices up of 10s, especially when there were 2 different 10s. I believe Nimnim actually just showed the Kaiba Megatin, which has Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon and Ghost Ogre, 2 reasons that 10 sold out, and 2 promos that went up in price, and now you can't find that Megatin under like $50 in mint condition. This has 3 insanely metagame potential promos that battle build the board workshops that bring us back into control aspects. These tins are gonna sell like hotcakes because of this. I hope Konami made enough, because for the first time in a while, we don't have 2 different variants of the Megatins. These promos sell the tins before the content of the tins, and that's what you want to see. Promos have been lacking for a while from the Megatins. We've been waiting to get better promos for, I want to say, a couple years now. Like 17 and 18 both failed in those aspects, and while I like the 18 promos, Solid Soldier was about it out of 10 different promos that were available in terms of competitive viability. These promos are out the gate really freaking amazing and good. These promos out the gate are all game changers, except for Dimension Shifter is more of a side deck game changer for when you're going second, similar to Pankratops, right? And you're only going to be able to activate one of these as well. You're not summoning it for its 1200 attack. It's the weakest out of the 3 is my point. Dark Ruler No More is an insane control card that's going to really push the build-a-board workshops into considering what negates they're grabbing and what variants they're playing. Nibiru is also going to completely, on another level, punish build-a-board workshops and bring control back to the format. This is crazy. This is insane. The back and forth Yu-Gi-Oh! That's going to be caused. The Guru controller players have to be celebrating in the street over Nibiru right now. But they're not searchable. That's one big problem. So these pieces do have to be hard drawn and probably cited as 3-ofs for the options they're being played as, if they're not being main decked. Now, looking through, and of course these promos, like, it's the whole grass theory, right? The more grass decks there are, the worse grass becomes. The more people playing these cards in control decks, the worse they become. That's why they become side deck cards, but amazing side deck cards similar to Pankratops. These tins change up the rarity. So some people are confused on the aspect of this, and I want to blow up the screen right now so you guys can see that. These tins... Oh, I should just do the live editing done quick, by the way, boys. These tins, they're pretty awesome in the fact that they're changing the rarity. A lot of people keep mistaking this. One of my friends, even, big Yu-Gi tuber, was like, wait, doesn't everything just come in Prismatic Secret Rare or a chance for it? No, all of the foil cards in these mega packs appear in different rarities than their original 2018 releases, adding a further element of mystery and excitement. So this, I could see this, adding a further mystery and excitement. Anything to be prismatic? No, that's not what's happening. So every single original rarity is swapping. We still don't know if Konami considers Prismatic Secret Rare as a different rarity than Secret Rare, so that secrets can still come secret. But we know that things are going to be jumping and changing around, and such as they've named Call by the Grave in the description, we assume that's a Prismatic Secret Rare. Nightmare Mermaid's being named. Maybe that's an Ultra, maybe it's a Super. We know we're getting a hollow form of it. And Danger Snake, the money card that they list here. So we know everything is not going to be as its original release, which will help original product keep value. These tins have changed the game completely in terms of that, and I think Konami's done a great job turning ship this year with these tins compared to tins past. That was a huge complaint by the vendors, that past product holds no value, that past product variants are just in the same rarity in here, and this has been needed to change for years. So I'm glad they've revved up the printing presses, and instead of just putting a different stamp on it, they've completely changed the foiling and everything about the cards within here. With these promos, with this different change in rarities, we still need to know the contents of the tins, but overall, the top heavy promos of being between anime collectibles as well as just freaking amazing cards now that will actually impact the metagame as they've hinted at. Like, here it is. One of 3 new world premiere cards designed to be usable in any deck. One of 3, by the way. Only one of 3. Yikes! You got $20 for a chance at one of these. They're gonna be selling. People are gonna be ripping these open, and those promos are gonna have big Stronx value. It's going to be crazy, and help you stage a comeback against some of the fastest strategies that might come from your opponent. We all laughed at this like it was Theseus. But again, the RNG aspect of this are going to make these fly off the shelves. The people chasing after these for pulls on the promos, and the fact that the promos aren't guaranteed, it means that there's going to be solid value out the gate for these 10, solid chase cards out the 10 that are going to have a decent pull rate, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What's your take on these promos? What's your take on Konami revealing the information this way? I'm super happy with it and always glad to shout out the source. And what do you guys feel is the future for Konami with content creators, with everything going on, you know, in the past couple days? Let me know in the comment section down below.